Dreams are powerful things. They can push you to the very edge of what's possible. For some, a dream is a quiet whisper. For Andrzej Bargiel, it was a raging blizzard, a calling from the highest peaks on earth. Born in the mountains of Poland, he was never a stranger to snow and ice. His backyard wasn't a garden. It was a vertical playground of rock and frost. From a young age, he wasn't just walking or climbing mountains. He was learning their language, how snow shifts, how ice breathes, how the wind sings its dangerous songs. This deep connection wasn't just a hobby, it was in his blood. This wasn't about fame or breaking records just to break them. It was about a personal quest, seeing a line no one else had dared to ski and feeling an undeniable pull to follow it. Andrzej's background as an adventure skier is legendary. He had already skied down K2, but Everest was different. Everest is the king, the ultimate test. Mount Everest doesn't give up its secrets easily. It is a master of rejection, a fortress of rock and ice that has turned away countless brave souls. Andrzej Bargiel learned this lesson the hard way. In 2019, he arrived at the base camp full of hope, full of strength, ready to take on the world. But the mountain had other plans. An enormous serac, an unstable block of glacial ice, hung dangerously over the Khumbu icefall. It was a ticking time bomb. The risk was too great. An avalanche could have swept away anyone below. Making the call to turn back is one of the hardest decisions a climber can make. It was a crushing disappointment, a dream put on hold. But survival is always the ultimate victory. 3 years later, in 2022, he returned. The fire in his heart burned as brightly as ever. But Everest is unpredictable. Weather windows too short, winds too strong, snow too unstable. The mountain once again said no. 2 attempts, 2 failures. For many, this would have been the end. But true perseverance isn't about never failing. It's about how you react when you do. Each setback was a lesson. The mountain's moods, his limits, the precision required. His dream wasn't broken. It was forged stronger in hardship. Climbing Mount Everest is one of humanity's greatest physical challenges. Climbing Mount Everest is one of humanity's greatest mental challenges. It pushes the body to its absolute breaking point. It pushes the mind to its absolute breaking point. Now, imagine doing it without the aid of extra oxygen. The air at the top has only about 1/3 of the oxygen available at sea level. Every step is a huge effort. The body begins to shut down. Judgment becomes foggy. It is an environment that is actively trying to kill you. This is a feat reserved for a very special group of mountaineers, almost superhuman in body and mind. But Andrzej Bargiel's vision went a step beyond. His goal wasn't just to reach the top without oxygen. His goal was to ski all the way back down. Skiing up there demands endurance, reflexes, balance, and intense focus. After an oxygen-free ascent, when the body screams for rest, one mistake would be deadly in the death zone. Mount Everest is not a gentle giant. It is a killer. The beauty hides a brutal reality. The dangers are constant, varied, unforgiving. The first great hurdle is the Khumbu icefall, a chaotic river of ice, a maze of deep cracks and towering blocks that can collapse without warning. You move in the pre-dawn cold, when the ice is most stable, because the ground is constantly shifting. Above 8,000 meters, the death zone, the body cannot adapt. High-altitude cerebral and pulmonary edema can kill unless you descend immediately. Temperatures can plunge to -40 before wind chill. Hurricane gusts, frostbite stalks, fingers, toes, noses. Every layer is a planned defense. There is no room for error. For a skier, the risks amplify. Split-second choices on moving terrain. Blue ice hidden under thin snow can send you sliding. A snow-covered crack can swallow you whole. He was entering a 3-dimensional battlefield where the enemy was the mountain itself. No one conquers a mountain like Everest alone. Even a solo dream requires an army of support. Andrzej Bargiel's success was built on the strongest foundation, family. At the heart of his support was his brother Bartek, more than moral support, a crucial, active part of the expedition. He was the eye in the sky, feeding Andrzej real-time, life-saving information. When visibility shrank, Bartek could see the whole picture, guiding left around hidden cracks, warning of unstable snowfields. Below, he fought the elements with delicate electronics, high winds, and relentless focus. The drone had even aided a dramatic rescue on a previous trip, proof of its high-altitude value. The climb up was a careful grind, moving camp by camp, breathing thinner air, waiting for the perfect window. Knowing his brother watched over him saved precious mental energy for the simple act of one foot after the other. Their teamwork turned an impossible solo into a shared mission, a testament to family and trust on the world's highest stage. Standing on the top of Mount Everest is a moment of pure triumph. For most, it is the final destination. For Andrzej Bargiel, it was only the halfway point. After the grueling, oxygen-starved climb, he took a few moments to take in the view from the top of the world. Then, he did what no one had ever done before. He clicked into his ski bindings. The world dropped away beneath him, a dizzying expanse of white. The descent was on. This was no reckless rush. It was a planned, strategic masterpiece at the edge of control. He navigated steep ice, making tight, precise turns where a single slip would mean a fall of thousands of meters. He relied on experience, instinct, and real-time guidance from Bartek's drone. Every turn was a decision, every patch of snow, a question, stable, ice, a crack beneath. He skied to Camp 4, then Camp 2, waited for night to freeze the Khumbu, and under headlamp threaded the icefall to base camp. Boldness, balanced by patience. When Andrzej Bargiel skied into base camp, completing his full descent from the top of Mount Everest, it changed what was possible in ski mountaineering. He achieved what many thought impossible, a landmark in human performance, not just a climb without oxygen, but a continuous line drawn down the face of the planet. Poland erupted with pride. Sky is the limit? Not for Poles. Andrzej Bargiel has just skied down Mount Everest. In 2018, he skied K2. As he told The Guardian, nobody believed it could be done. You can accomplish anything if you set your mind to it. Skiing down Everest without oxygen was a dream that had been growing inside me for years. The summit itself was tough and demanding. Never give up on your own Everest. Keep climbing, keep believing, survive and thrive.